And this is why we check every shelf at Goodwill. 12 little porcelain vases. If I can sell these for $16 to $18 a piece, that's $200.
Hello everyone, it's Tiffany with Thrifting Vegas. I shop at thrift stores, estate sales, garage sales and discount stores for items I can resell for profit on online platforms like eBay, Poshmark and OfferUp.
Will we find something you like? Come with me and let's go thrifting. We just pulled up to the Goodwill at Rainbow and Cheyenne here in Las Vegas. It's been quite a few weeks since we thrifted at this location, so I'm excited to see what we can find on the shelves. Let's go thrifting! In last week's video, we found a lovely little piece of Polish pottery. And here in Las Vegas, they tend to distribute all of their goodies throughout different stores here in Vegas. So I'm keeping my fingers crossed that we can find a couple more pieces of the Polish pottery. Let's go inside. We'll have to remember to check the color of the day. It looks like it is blue. So all items with blue price stickers are going to be 50% off. There is the sign, everyday deals. Let's head on back to the hard goods section. Let's get my Thrifting Vegas blanket put into the cart. And we are ready to get started. This is very exciting. I'm seeing something interesting here. A gold figurine. Oh goodness, she has lost her head. That's such a shame. This is a little seahorse, probably Big Lots or Dollar Spot, inexpensive. Let's start over here in the figurines and collectibles aisle. The shelves look really, really full. I think this is part of a lamp that's been disassembled. What else do we have? Some plaques there. This looks like some seasonal decor for Halloween, stack of books. I'd like it better if it had some skulls or something else on it. Here's a little box, a mirrored box with a rainbow on it. What else? Pedestal stand. This is a little picture frame. Found that picture frames aren't very popular at the moment. They don't sell well for me. We got mugs here. This is Starbucks Christmas trees, $2. Ooh, it has a lot of wear on the handle there. The gold is coming off, so we'll leave it. Here's a unicorn, $4. Oh, this has had a break and repair to his horn. Lots of dolls at the bottom. Don't know much about dolls, so I am going to leave all of these for somebody else. Let's see. I think this is a paint your own little candle stand. Christmassy piece. Got some shoes there. And a teacup. Ooh. This is good, but unfortunately, I'm not seeing its lid. It is a cast iron teapot, very, very popular, and probably about $20 to $30 with its lid. So we'll pop it in the cart. Hopefully we'll find it. This is a cookie jar. Let's see. Haunted Homeland. Not familiar with that brand, but oh, has some damage on the top there. The little moon is chipped. What's this one? Oh, that is a candle. Got some wall decor here. Quite sad that this is damaged. See there, the little moon has a chunk off it, so we'll have to leave it. Little pottery pieces. These are resin. Think they are somebody's project. You can actually buy molds that you can make resin objects out of. jar. Ooh, this is old. Definitely vintage, possibly antique. 99 cents, a little salt shaker, but I would use it as a stand for vintage hat pins. It's nice and tall, so they'll stand straight up. That's a really good find. I'm always on the lookout for those. Ooh. Oh, this is covered in yucky. I don't even know what it is. Is that wax? Ooh. Really, really gross. For $3 on that. San Francisco cable car. I think it's a music box. Oh, let's put that there. It's definitely going to need some cleaning. There's a matching little toothpick holder here for $1 with toothpicks included. Let's take that as well. Oh, my fingers are really, really greasy. Okay, let's finish this shelf. Then I'll have to get a tissue and wipe them off. Oh, look at this candlestick. That is stunning. Really tall. Not ever so well made though. Mass produced definitely, and very contemporary. Little a cow here, little bank. Again, not ever so well made. I don't think he's vintage. That's a candle. More banks. This is a little night light. $5 on that. I've had one in my Easter section on thriftingvegas.com for a while. It hasn't sold. Here's some pottery. Lovely vase. $4. I do like the colorway on that. It's almost sgraffito etched into there. Let's grab that. A nice artisan piece. There we go. What else can we find? I'm moving things around to make sure I don't miss anything. Those are little note papers in there. Let's see. Back here behind this vase is a lantern. It's $4. Oh, missing its base, but it hangs up like that with a candle in it. They look really lovely. It's not much good without the bottom piece though. This is a peg shade glass, pink glass, which is great. I put these in candlesticks. They contrast really well with wooden ones. So let's grab that. What else? More candle holders. These are glass, inexpensive. I think they are party light. This is an ornament. Looks like the Mouse King from the Nutcracker Suite Ballet. $2. He is fantastic. Let's pop him in the cart, and we'll have to be on the lookout for any more in that set. Here's a bunny. He's resin. These are little photo holders or note holders for your desk. Candles. This is Indiana glass. $2. These only sell for about $5 to $8 these days. I'm not sure why. Maybe because there are so many of them available. We'll have to leave that. We've got some coasters. Ooh, this is a daisy and button little toothpick holder. Let's see. I've got my handy dandy UV light. Ooh, it's not glowing green, not UV reactive, but I think we will pick it up anyway. In nice condition, a vintage piece. What else? Candle holders. Let's see. Planters here, candlesticks. Got some frames back there. More candlesticks. Oh, these are fall themed. They remind me of some Ray Dunn little tea light or votive holders that I have. I'll have to bring those out. This is a little sewing basket. Bit worse for wear. It looks like somebody's project. Oh, it's even got some sewing supplies in the bottom there. It is stained. I'm going to pop this in the cart and I'll have a closer look at it. I'm not sure whether it could be cleaned and repaired. It might be too far gone, but it is only $2. I'll have to have a think about that. I am trying to only purchase things that I know will sell for me and sell quickly, to try and reduce my inventory that I have. This is a Warren Kimball. It's a spoon rest, a chicken. Absolutely lovely. $3. Chickens sell very, very well for me, so we will definitely grab that. It's a little plaque. Oh, it's a bookend. It has a repair at the corner, though. Some resin coasters, I think. Not very exciting, those. Ooh, here's a little candle stand. It's 69 cents. Oleg Cassini. I have wanted to show you an alternative use for candle stands, and that one is perfect. So stay tuned for my haul, and I will share it with you. You will wonder why you didn't think of it before. We've got vases and frames, some ashtrays at the front here. Do be on the lookout for ashtrays from hotels and restaurants. Sometimes they can be collectible and valuable, especially if the venue has closed down. Ooh, back here is a candlestick, glass candlestick, and I saw its friend up here on the top shelf. So let's put them back together. There we go. Vases. What's this little piece? Somebody's project. This is Avon. It's the base to a lamp. Originally came with a shade. Somebody's put some material and little tassels on the top there, but I absolutely love the purple color and the raised up design. Could probably be repurposed as a vase, so we'll grab it. What's back here? Some frames. Collector plates. I only really pick up collector plates if they are Italian or enamel on copper. Those sell very well for me. Got a sugar canister here. Ooh. Down here is Ray Dunn. Several of you I know collect Ray Dunn, so I'm going to pick this up. Fingers crossed there's no damage to it. It's a lovely birdhouse. These can be used as birdhouses. They have drainage and a stopper for cleaning or for decoration. That one is Mama Bird. A little piece of Mexican pottery. It's a planter for $3. Oh, it's got a chip on the rim there. That's really a shame, but we will have to leave it. Here's a trivet. Oop, the little foot came off in my hand. You could use it as a trivet or hang it on the wall. It's got a hook there. These look like pewter. They're salad servers. There's the remnants of a sticker there, and I'm wondering if they are Arthur Court. I really do like the design, though. They are $8. Let's pop those into the cart. Very unique, and I've never seen them before, which makes me makes me want them even more. What else can we find? Mugs and glasses on the bottom shelf here. Some artwork. Ooh, this is a really big planter, very heavy, and it has a massive crack down the side there. This is a wind chime. I love the design, but it is very cheaply made. If it was better quality, I would definitely grab that. It's a keyboard, more artwork. Oh, look at this tile. Love you, Mom. I love the daisy on that. The colors are super. It's 99 cents. It has a wire for hanging. I really like that. Let's pop it into the cart. It would make a great little present with the holidays coming up. Amazing Grace there. Let's unbury that. It's a spice riser. Oh, it's chipped on the end, unfortunately. Some Halloweeny bits. These are coasters, not Pimpernel though. Let's see. Ooh, a massive raspberry figurine. A little bit scary there. I don't know that that would sell very well for me, so I'm going to leave it. I see, it's a daisy. I see these plates all the time. I'm interested to see what it says around the outside, but the fact that I do see them all the time tells me that I should leave it on the shelf. Quite a few of these shamrock piggy banks still here. A mask trinket box. Ooh, this is a little ramekin. Only one though. Do like the design, but it probably would only sell for about $8, so not much room for profit. These are coasters, little etched pineapples on them. The holder's a bit worse for wear though. What's this? Piece of slate, somebody's project, I think. Ooh, look at this. It is a canvas, but I love the image. Little dogs there, only $2. One sitting on the other one and going after a gingerbread house, I think, and the cat is looking on. Big candle holder. Let's see, what's that? A watercolor painting kit. Single shaker. That one's quite modern though. What else? 50 assorted poly lays if you're having a luau, I suppose. Chip and dip. Another pewter plate back here. This one doesn't say anything. It's just got a pattern on it. $3. Ooh, look at this lovely cobalt jar. I love the fact that it is leaning to one side. Produit de campagne. I think that means country produce, organic produce maybe. Love the color, and it's definitely blue glass, not painted. We'll take that with us. And these are lovely as well. Little oil and vinegar set. They're $3 a piece. They have their stoppers. I love that there's the pair. They could do with a good clean. Some nice hot soapy water would do the trick, I think. Let's get those as well. Let's finish up the shelf. A vase here. It's a butterfly. It looks like a paint your own piece. Oop. It's a frame. These are, I think they're chess pieces. A little bit crude. I think we'll leave those. This is a pegboard. I'm not sure what that's for. Here we are in the wood frames, plaques and signs. Ooh, this is a sunburst mirror. It's a really nice size, perfect for a hallway or a bathroom, only $4. Let's definitely get that into the cart, which is filling up rather quickly. That's ever so exciting. I can't remember the last time we had a really full cart at Goodwill. Lots of shelves, little floating shelves here. Got some cutting boards. A huge sign. Ooh, what does this say? I could travel the world and the ocean blue, but I'll never be home until I'm with you. That's lovely. And the little lighthouse reminds me of Cedar City on our way up to Navajo Lake. This, I think, is LeBron James. Was it Space Jam from the early 2021 maybe. Somebody's toy box. That reminds me of Toy Story a bit. Letters and canvases. Lots of signs here. Wooden boards. Little football game. That's Sonic the Hedgehog. Here's another lantern. This is quite nice. It has an aged look to it. It's not old, just made to look that way. But I'm not seeing a price on it, unfortunately. So even if we wanted to, we couldn't buy it. They just don't let us do that. They take the piece into the back and tell us we have to come back the next day if we want to purchase it. Some little brown bags there. What else can we find? Lots and lots of signs today. Reserved. Those would go on centerpieces, I think. Another little candle holder. Let's put this over with the candle holders on the other side there. You know me, I have to put things where they go with their friends. I would love to spend a whole day organizing this store, but then that would take all the fun out of it, I think. I know lots of you like to have a rummage and a good look around. Ooh, is that a wine or is it a cookie jar or a ice bucket? That doesn't even fit on there. So we've got a jar lid missing its bottom. That is brass. It's a modern piece made in India. Another little plaque there. Let's see. It's like a big decorative trunk or purse. I don't think you could actually use that. It's very, very lightweight. Wall decor. What else? What else? Patriotic decor. That looks like... Oh, it's attached to Big Uncle Sam down there. That would be really fun on the doorstep of a house. Ooh, this is a letter tray. It looks like carved wood, but it's actually made of resin. These used to do quite well for me. It's only $3. Not bad shape. You could use a little oil on there. I'm going to pop this in the cart and give it a look up on eBay to see how much they're selling for. It's going to be a bit awkward to ship, probably oversize. What's that? Oh, I think it's a Noah's Ark. It's got little plastic animals in there, possibly somebody's project piece. Let's see. Oh, that's a sconce. Candle sits on there. This is the vases, planters and florals. We've got a good selection today. Lots of clear, some vases. Oh, this is like a celadon green cup. I have some trinket dishes that are very similar finish to that with the crazing. I'll have to bring those out to show you in my haul. All sorts of candle stands. Now I can't help but think about the repurposing idea I'm going to share with you in a few minutes. And this is why we check every shelf at Goodwill. 12 little porcelain vases. If I can sell these for $16 to $18 a piece, that's $200. It's always exciting to find a collection like that because you can make so much more profit by splitting the pieces up. I love the pattern on this vase. Ooh, it's $10 and I'm almost certain that it is a modern piece. I do want to check it one more time for a signature, but that concave, cloudy bottom tells me that it's most likely mass-produced. Our Hello Kitty bin is still down there. Somebody's used it as a planter and it's very stained. Ooh, I love the ribs on this vase here. Here's a baggie. Oh, somebody's bagged up some of these little Halloween bottles there. I'm so curious as to what those were originally used for. They'd be fun for flowers on Halloween. This is a pasta jar made in Italy. The flared bottom gives it more stability when it's standing up there. Planters, vases. That's a little candle holder. What else? It's a modern piece. I do like the look of that drip glaze though. Purple, some ribbons, 3 pieces here. Oh, those are very, very heavy pottery pieces. This planter has the look of Wedgwood, but it is an FTD. Florist piece, little pottery. Ooh, look at this pump. Oh, he is really, really cracked on his face. That would have been fun with a tea light inside. Green vase. Ooh, this is a fun little fruit pitcher. Ooh, again, very lightweight, and that is absolutely manky. Again, not sure how I am going to clean that music box yet. We'll have to do it together. Ooh, this is a hot cross bun, a faux hot cross bun for $8. If you're English, you'll appreciate the fact that I am refraining from bursting into song, but you might know what I would be going to sing. Here we are in the kitcheny bits, one of my favorite sections. Some tiles and coasters. Salt and peppers. I'm so excited about that antique salt shaker we found. It's going to be absolutely perfect for long antique hat pins. It's really hard to find a good way to display those. This I thought might have been Fire and Light, but it's Riverside, still recycled glass. It's $4. If there was more than one, I might be tempted by that, but they are a little bit hard to sell as singles. Ooh, this is fun. It's a ribbon caddy stocked with ribbons. I really like that. That would be perfect for somebody's sewing room and a really good Christmas gift if you know somebody crafty. Be really unique. Thinking outside the box for Christmas. I always love it when I find something that's absolutely perfect for somebody. Travel tumblers and cups up here. Those don't sell ever so well for me, so ooh, see? Always important to check every aisle, every shelf. You just never know. This is a lovely old English tile. A fellow in his top hat on horseback for $2. That is amazing. Let's keep going. Careful to look every shelf, front to back, top to bottom. Lots of napkins. Gravy boat, that's very lightweight. Baking stuff, the Temptations baker, little soup pot. These always remind me of French onion soup. Perfect little servers. Paper towel holders. Oops. These are little ornaments maybe, or tags. What else? What else? These, I like this brand, Tavolo. They make molds and popsicle holders. These look like silicone pineapple pop molds. My kids love to make popsicles with juice and fruit, so I am going to pop those in the cart. Jake is going to be so excited. We got utensils, rolling pins, more pots. What else? Bakeware. I am always on the lookout for Nordic ware. Their cake pans are the best available. Always turn out perfectly. Straight ahead of us is the lamp section, and I'm drawn to this owl. He is a wax warmer. I don't think he's Scentsy. The quality just isn't there, and the poor fellow is missing his wax tray on top. So we'll have to leave him on the shelf. Let's see what we can find in table lamps. There's a fun fruit piece back there. And these are hollow. You can actually fill them with whatever you'd like, ornaments or sand and seashells. What else? Oh, this round one reminds me of a pair of pottery lamps that I still have. Perhaps I'll bring those out to show you. In my last video, we found a pair of Royal Doulton classic Winnie the Pooh mugs. So we're here in the mug section to see what they have at this store. Another of those Starbucks mugs back there. The gold is wearing off on that handle as well. That one's quite 80s. Here's a giraffe. He's a souvenir from South Africa. Wow, he came a long way, didn't he? Chicken soup mug, that one, and the Campbell's soup line you tend to see at every thrift store. And as I mentioned before, when you see something everywhere, it's usually a good indicator that there's not that much profit to be made. A pair of these, they look like knitting cable stitch. They're quite fun. This is pottery. Oh, that's Raoul's mug. These are Franciscan ware, the red apple pattern, $2 each. They only sell for about $6 to $8, so we'll leave them. Bubba Gump, were we here when we saw that one last time, or was it another store? I always get mixed up. The stores run together. It must be Monday. It's not, but it feels like it is sometimes. Let's see. We'll have a quick browse over these shelves just to see if something's been put back in the wrong place or we find something fantastic. That is a little sugar bowl missing its lid, sadly. And this piece reminds me of the Mara pottery mugs, the cave art ones. Ooh. This is a cranberry red vase. I think it's Anchor Hocking. $3. It's lovely. Beautiful color. Not flash painted. I think this one is red through and through. They only sell for about $15 though. I am going to put this back over with the vases so it stands out. Oh goodness. Now looking at it on that shelf, I love it. We are going to pop this cast iron teapot back on the shelf. I couldn't find the lid, and I don't think it will sell very well without the lid. So let's put it on the metal shelves here. Silver section. We'll put it in the black section as soon as I find a spot. Just having a look to see if by any chance the lid has shown up, but we are not in luck today. Let's have a little stroll through the artwork. First are the small pieces and frames. I like this ivy leaf design. It could be pewter, $2. Now, unfortunately, as I've mentioned before, picture frames don't sell ever so well for me. I think many people have the digital frames that you plug in and the pictures rotate digitally. There's some stitchery down here, little cross stitch pieces, a frog and a flower. Not great subject matter and rather small, so I think we'll leave them. It's a commercial piece. Moving into the larger pieces, I'm drawn to this. I think it's New York City, am I right? Let me know in the comments. It's not signed, unfortunately. I do like the way it's mounted, but I suspect that it is mass produced. Yes, it is. I like the watercolor paper mounted in a floating frame though. Here's an inspirational piece. All sorts of prints and canvases. Quite a nice little mirror here. Again, commercially produced. It's a big blessed sign, a round mirror. Let's keep going in this row. We'll look at some furniture. I'm headed to that table. I was hoping it was an antique or vintage piece, but it looks like a modern reproduction. Let's see. Yes. Don't think that's too terribly old. I'm so excited. I think you're going to love this alternative use for our Oleg Cassini candle holder. Here's our Goo Gone on the Q-tip. I'm just going to gently clean the tines. And here we go with a rundown of the top 5 best-selling items from my last haul. At number 5, the set of steampunk animals. They're made out of nuts and bolts and screws and painted. They do have a little bit of age to them. I found them in a Goodwill baggie for $2 and I sold them for $42. Coming in at number 4, the vintage paperweight of North America. I paid $4 for it and I sold it for $31. In the number 3 slot, the botanical Port Marion pitcher. I paid $8 for it and I sold it for $48. At number 2, the set of 3 copper etched London scenes. They are framed, they're vintage. I paid $9 for the 3 and I sold them for $60. And at number 1, the most popular item from my last haul, the little Bolesławiec Polish pottery cottage luminary. I like to call them fairy lights. Absolutely lovely. I paid $6 for it and I sold it for $61. Now, I know I have another one of these in my inventory, and as soon as I find it, I will bring it out and it will be up on thriftingvegas.com. There are still some treasures from my last haul available for purchase. You can find them in my store, thriftingvegas.com. So after this video, please hop over there and have a browse. Here on my table is everything we found at Goodwill and everything I mentioned. I'm really excited that it's such a big haul today and I have treasures at every price point. Let's start over here with the fantastic little Mouse King ornament. He's from the Nutcracker. Love the design. I think he's made of resin. He has a string for hanging and I am asking $22. This had to be one of my favorite finds of the day. It's an atomic sunburst mirror and I don't often find them in the smaller size like this. It is quite heavy. All of these rays are metal. I just want to show you the back. Again, it has a hook there for hanging. I'm asking $48. The Mama Bird Ray Dunn piece reminded me I had this canister, as well as the fact that we found several canisters, a few with candles in. But this one has a bamboo lid, like new condition, with a sealing gasket. The bird is in relief on there. And there's another one on the back with some little florals all the way around. I'm asking $18 on the canister. Back here is a really unique treasure. It's a rack with spools for ribbon. It includes the ribbon. The ends are secured with little pearly pins here. It's just a lovely piece. Beautiful for display or very, very usable if you're crafty. I'm asking $28 on this piece complete. The Ray Dunn Mama Bird birdhouse. It is lovely. It has its original tag and ribbon on there. Little birdies on the back, the babies on the back. Super cute piece. Absolutely love this one. I'm asking $25. I'm so glad I changed my mind on the anchor hocking vase because it goes so beautifully with this little piece of art. The colors match perfectly. I'm asking $16 on the vintage vase and $24 on the little artwork here. Hook for hanging, ready to go right on your wall. Let's pop up front here. In our thrifting adventure today, we found this lovely tall single shaker. Beautiful design, definitely vintage, possibly antique. It's quite crazed and it does have a little surface crack here. I love this look. It really adds to character and age. The cork is still in the bottom there. Just a lovely piece. You could use it for display or, as I mentioned, for displaying tall vintage hat pins. When I found this, it reminded me that I have several single shakers. These are actually in my collection, but I am trying to pare down just a little bit. So I wanted to offer these to you. As you can see, they look gorgeous in a little display. There's 6 of them here, a teak wood one. This one has little painted flowers, a blue and white. I think that's a phoenix, possibly. Phoenix design. And a depression glass pink piece here. I'm asking $14 a piece on those. Your choice, $14 each. Let's keep going with the smalls. If you remember, we found this set of 12 miniature Asian vases. They were in this display unit here, which, as you can see, is quite worse for wear and dirty. I'm not really sure what I'm going to do with this yet. Obviously, it needs cleaning. Possibly could be repurposed or repainted. So do let me know in the comments if you have any ideas for that. I wanted to show you how lovely these vases look in little mini displays. I've tried to coordinate colors with this lovely lady, with a Mudman bank that I have. He doesn't have a stopper, so anything that goes in is going to be in there for a while. And lastly, my little scrimshaw fisherman here. It worked out just perfectly, and several of the vases matched each figurine beautifully. I am asking $34 a piece on each of the large figurines and $14 a piece on the mini vases. Now I have numbered them 1 through 12 here. I'm Just going to give you a little overview of all 12. Just there. This one is perfect. It actually has koi fish to match the fish he's holding. So again, your choice, $14 a piece on the minis. Let's pop back over here to the gorgeous oil and vinegar cruets. They have their original stoppers. I did give them a good wash, but some oil and vinegar has seeped between the plastic and the glass. That's probably removable, but it will take a little bit more work on that. I am asking $28 for the pair of vintage cruets. The cobalt canister is absolutely lovely. It has French verbiage on it, Produit de Campagne. I double checked and it does mean produce of the countryside. Interestingly, it says Casadas Milano. I'm wondering if it was made in Milan, or maybe that's just the name of the company. It has fruits on the front. It has the wire seal there, no gasket, but I am asking $28. Artisan pottery always does well for me, and this is a lovely piece. I love the colors and the etched little plant on the front there. It is signed on the bottom, Fritzy. I'm asking $18. It would be perfect as a vase, a planter, or even as a utensil or pen holder. I brought this hammered metal candlestick out to show you how lovely it looks with this peg glass candle shade. I just put a rubber band around the base to make sure, oh, hi Ziggy, it didn't fall out, but that is one option. Alternatively, you can do something like this with it. I switched them just to show you how they look. Now the amber one is in the candlestick and the iridescent pink is in the sconce. I am asking $14 on the glass peg shade. Next, our vintage tile. This elegant gentleman in his top hat on horseback. It says road riding. The tile is in vintage condition. It does have a few little flea bites and a chip at the corner, but for me, again, it adds to its character. There is the back. It's marked mosaic, made in the USA, and I'm asking $14. Another tile here, this one is lovely. It says, love you, Mum. So it could be a gift either to or from Mom. It has a wire for hanging. Let me show you the back. There is the back. Little green paint spots. I am asking $18. This is our Avon lamp base. I love the flowers in relief on it. I haven't touched it yet. The little fringe is actually growing on me. Nice decorative piece. It is glass. I'm asking $12. Our San Francisco music box, Powell and Hyde of San Francisco. I have decided that the gunk on it is actually melted candle wax, and it's very, very sticky. So this is going to need a really good clean. I cleaned up the little toothpick holder. As you can see, it came up beautifully shiny with a lovely glaze on there. The music box does work. Let me give it a short wind. The mechanism is going to need a little bit of a cleaning. I use mineral oil on a Q-tip to clean the mechanisms, and hopefully it will work a bit more smoothly. Here's our lovely set of serving spoons. I've decided that these are more likely to be aluminium rather than pewter, but the designs are lovely. They're definitely vintage. We've got butterflies on this one and a lemon and an orange on this one. They are a little bit tarnished. So in a segment after this haul, we are going to see if we can polish these up and make them beautiful again. I am asking $48 on the set of 3. Our Warren Kimball Rooster Spoon Rest. Lovely colors, beautiful design. I absolutely love his artwork. This piece is $14, and it reminded me of the colors of this Brad Keeler vintage chicken. It's signed on the bottom, made in the USA, number 744. It is hand painted. The red is cold painted, so you're not going to want to get that wet because it will wash off. Beautiful piece. I'm asking $28. Let's move this way. If you remember the Celadon cup we found, and I said I had some trinket trays that matched. Look at these. Beautiful crazed finish. There's the bottom. 3 of them in the set, all different designs. I'm asking $36 on the set. Let's bop over here to our top hat. This is a toothpick holder. A lovely piece. It does not glow under black light as we saw, but it's daisy and button pattern. I'm asking $14. Last but not least, our Oleg Cassini little candle holder here. You can use it for a tapered candle, pop it in there. Also, a votive or a tea light goes right on top. But wait for this. I'm going to take a paperweight. This one is an egg-shaped glass piece with flowers. And look how beautiful that looks. It serves as a riser, gives a little bit of height to your paperweight collection. Absolutely fantastic, isn't it? Of course, you can use any style or size of candle holder for your paperweights. Just try to make them a little bit smaller than the paperweight itself. This one is Oleg Cassini. I am asking $14. If you see something you would like to purchase, please send me an email. It's thriftingvegas.tiffany@gmail.com. Please include your name, your address, the items you're interested in, and your offer. As we know, I get many offers on many of these items. So please feel free to offer a few dollars over my asking price to give yourself the best chance at being able to purchase the items. Stay tuned. We are going to clean up our spoons and get the candle wax off our music box. I'm going to use our Wyman silver wipes to see if we can get some of the tarnish off of these serving spoons. Just have a little stand here for my camera. I'm going to open this up, get out a wipe. Don't throw these away after you've used them once, because they, to me, seem to work better the dirtier they get. So as you can see, we've got some water spots and some just general tarnish here, but let's give it a wipe and see what happens. You can see there's some black coming off. It's not cleaning as well as I hoped it would. I might have to bring out the big guns and use some proper silver polish. I just had a really good idea because these pieces are so sticky. I don't know if you can see that, not just from the tape, but from some sort of residue that's all over there. I'm going to try some Goo Gone. And because it works on candle wax as well, it also would be perfect for cleaning our music box right after this. I have an old sock. I like to keep lonely socks and holy socks for just such an occasion. We're going to put some Goo Gone on the sock and give it a rub. When I have a job like this, I want to put some Goo Gone directly on my sock rather than spraying it, because the spray just tends to go everywhere. Let's give you a close-up here. We've got Goo Gone. Let's give this a good rub and see if it will. Oh, it is. It's removing the stickiness, and it's definitely brightening this piece up. I don't think these have ever been cleaned, so hopefully we can make them look beautiful again. I am going to give them a good rub all over, and I'll come right back. The Goo Gone helped a little bit. I cleaned the side, but as you can see, it's not as shiny as we would like. If you have a tip or trick for cleaning aluminium servers like these, please leave it in the comments. But I am going to see if I can order some cleaner especially for these, and I'll give you an update in the next episode. Our music box is covered in candle wax. So I am going to very gently use an old napkin to remove the big chunks and the worst of it. I'm curious to know how this happened. It probably was in a box with an old candle that melted all over everything. It smells quite nice actually, not too bad, but it's really gunky and goopy. Okay, the big chunks are off, so we're going to take our Goo Gone sock, the one we just used for our serving spoons, and just see if we can wipe. Now, I submerged the toothpick holder in a bath of warm soapy water and it came out beautifully. But obviously, because this is a music box, we can't put the whole thing in water. The Goo Gone is great stuff. It is just cutting through the grease and the grime that's on here, and also the candle wax. And it's actually coming up really beautifully shiny. I thought these dark areas were part of the colorway, but they're actually greasy grime. So I have a Q-tip dipped in Goo Gone, and we're just going to gently go over the area. And as you can see, the black is coming off to reveal the paint underneath. Let's keep going. Oh my goodness, what a difference. It's all in the nooks and crannies here. Even this part is not actually black. It's just dirty. As I was cleaning this piece, I discovered something, and you've probably already let me know in the comments. If I twist the top of this piece the other way, not the windy way, the other way, it actually unscrews and I think it's going to, yes, come off. But no matter, this is going to allow us to take our old sponge and give it a wipe clean underneath here. I'm not going to get too much water on it because we want to preserve this original sticker. Just go carefully around, and that dust and grime is just wiping off. The next thing we want to do is turn it over and have a look at the music box mechanism. It isn't actually that bad. I think the thrift store might have ripped this paper just to see if there was anything in there, but I'm going to go over it with a Q-tip with some Goo Gone in it just to see if we can loosen up the mechanism. Here's our Goo Gone on the Q-tip. I'm just going to gently clean the tines like that. See this little paddle that turns round and around and allows the music box to play. So we'll clean that as well. Don't need very much cleaner. I think that should do it. Now let's screw it back on and see if it sounds better. Well, here's the moment of truth. I've cleaned it, put it back together. Let's give it a wind up. To be very careful not to overwind these vintage pieces, so when you encounter resistance, that's enough. Oh goodness, that is just fantastic. What a difference. Our vintage San Francisco music box and matching toothpick holder. I am asking $34 on the pair. I'm doing some editing. Ziggy is helping. Bear is here with Rio, and Bandit is up here on the chair. Let's go see him. Here's Bandit. Rio's checking on him. Is he alright, Rio? Okay. Just having a rest.